All right, we should be live. Welcome to the first Track Reviews live stream. How's everybody doing today on this gorgeous Friday here in beautiful Ohio? We actually have sun, and it's supposed to be 50 degrees today, so very rare for January. All right, hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me see. I just got to make sure all the volumes and everything work so you can hear my computer. Just drop in the chat that you can hear me so I know. But this is going to be a great stream. Good. Johnson's doing good. All right, cool. Make sure everybody can hear me. We're going to do a test run here. Okay, they say they can hear. All righty, good. Welcome, everybody. I'm just going to try a music real quick. I won't play anybody's tracks. Just that let me know if you can hear the sound that I play. 1 second. We'll just do, here, we'll do this. Okay, I don't think you guys can hear that. Can you guys hear the music? All right, let me know if you guys heard that music or not. I'm messing with the settings here. I'm pretty sure that's it. No, can't hear it. Oh, okay. Yes, but low. Okay. All right, so that must have been it right there. All right. Let me try it again. I should have worked this out beforehand. My voice sounds weird. Because I had it doubled. All right. This is not working properly. Did you guys hear the music though? Okay, someone said. Okay, they did hear it, but very low. I don't want this to turn into a tech support. Oh man. Oh, it's fine now? Okay, perfect. Great. All right. So, welcome everybody. Sorry for the technical glitch. I'm used to using, heard it and then it went away. Yeah, I stopped it. So here, let me just play here, I'll play another one real quick. This is from Back to the Future, my favorite film of all time. Just let me know you guys can hear it playing. Can you guys hear it? This will not be a track we're reviewing. So, very low. Okay. Okay, so it's very, very low. How about now? You still can't hear it? Man. Okay. Yeah, thank you for yeah, we hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm sorry guys. I might have to do something here real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Usually this works. Like, I don't know why it's not working. This is the thing about technology. I apologize to everybody. This is not what I needed. There's no way I can test it though. That's the problem. Um, just give me one sec. What I'm gonna have to do is bring him into Cubase, I think, and just import the tracks in Cubase and play them through Cubase. I think that's the only way we're gonna be able to do this. Okay, give me one second. But how's everybody doing? I can see the chat, so if you guys have any questions or anything real quick, let me know. For the next time we do this, I'm gonna have to figure out why this isn't working. Sounds like a frying sound when the song was playing low. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna play them through Keybase real quick. I'm getting them set up real quick. So hold on, I gotta move you guys over here. The chat. Yeah, I don't. Usually it works. OBS, man. I'm telling you, OBS just never works right. And always don't do something when you're gonna live stream. But how's everybody doing? I can see the Twitch chat as well. So if you guys are on Twitch watching this live, I'm reading your yours right now. They said it was very, very low. But yeah, we're just gonna use Cubase. So how's everybody doing composing music? Man, I've had a rough after that last live stream. It's been rough. I've been in a creative funk. I started working on something last night to kind of bring it back a little bit, but yeah, it's just been yeah, I'm into Joe Satriani. Yep. Steve Vai. I've seen Steve Vai twice in concert. I've seen Joe Satriani I think 5 or 6 times. And I saw him in 2004. So yeah, I'm a huge Joe Satriani fan and Steve Vai. Okay, here we go. Why isn't that working? Okay. All right, I got to import him into Cubase here. Hold on. Just give me one sec. If I would have known this, I would have done this ahead of time. Okay. There we go. Let's get Cubase. There we go. File, import. That sucks that it's not working. I don't. So like I said, we got 6 tracks, which I have not listened to them yet. So the whole goal at this track reviews is I'm going to be your first person outside of you that's listened to the track. So I'm going to have fresh ears and I'm going to hear it for the first time. And I think what we're going to do and how this is going to work is I'm going to play the track all the way through and then I'll make my comments and then we'll open it up for discussion. If you have any questions about your track or why some of the things I say, we can do that as well. So, all right, they're in Cubase. Let me mute these and I'm just going to go in the order that I received them. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Let me know the volumes. I don't want to blow your guys' ears out. Voice meter? Yeah, okay, I'll look into that. How is the sound? Because I know before in the past I've blown your guys' ears out. We don't want that. Did you guys hear that? I know there's a little bit of a lag. I'm pretty sure that will work. All right. I got to bring the dashboard over here so I can see you guys. Can hear it good. Perfect. All right. That's all I needed to know. You guys heard it. Great. So let's get started. So I received 6 tracks for this, and like I said, this is hopefully going to be a recurring thing monthly. I'm thinking about doing it at the end of the month, the last Friday of every month. We're going to hold a track reviews, and then what we can do is if you've submitted a track before, and then after the feedback that I give you, you want to go back and improvement, then resubmit it the next month so we can hear the improvements. That is welcome, and I think hopefully over time this will grow and we'll get more tracks. But I was shocked that we got 6 people that are willing to take constructive feedback and criticism. Like I said, this is not going to bash your tracks. This is not for me to like, oh, you suck. And we're not doing that here. This is to help people, to help you grow. Because sometimes you need fresh ears on your music. Because if you spent 6 hours, 6 days working on a track, you kind of lose perspective and focus. So with that being said, I'm going to listen through the track all the way through, and then I'll give my comments, some suggestions, some things, what I think could work with the track, your melody, stuff like that, and then we'll open it up to the chat room. So let's begin. And just throw it in chat if the sound gets too loud or anything, I'll adjust the volume. So here we go. Okay, cool. I liked it. Very in the chat they said they like the soundscape. Yeah, I did too. One thing I noticed right off the bat when I was listening, hey, I saw your comment about not being able to submit. Try again. I think the link that I had in the chat stream was the old link. Try it again and let me know if it doesn't work. I'll throw it in there. Yeah, it does need some development. It's a little long. First thing first that I noticed right off the bat was you set up a precedent for your kind of like the not the melody but kind of like a pattern, and you abandoned it right off the bat. So let's listen to it here. Hold one second. I need to put a thing here on Cubase. I'm just an empty. This is not my template, so excuse me. I need to put in a ruler track so I know how long this stuff is. Because right now I don't know. Seconds. There we go. So yeah, your track is about 3 minutes long. It's about almost 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's not a problem. The thing that it needs to have is a little bit of development. I think it was about the 1 minute, 130, 140 minute. I was like, okay, you need to move this on further, modulate it, bring in a new idea. But what you don't want to do is go somewhere completely different. You want to keep it with the patterns you set up. So here's an example, but what I mean for at the beginning. Oops. All right. So 1 second. Let me go back here. Now repeat it. See? Repeat it again. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for it to hear it again. So go back, repeat that section again because you set that up. That's your pattern. So what you want to do is you want to play that, repeat it again, then move into and then after you do that, then you can move into this section here. Because then you could have repeated that again, then that could have been your ending of it, and then you could have came in and brought that next section. So you want to think more in sections. But like I said, I love the vibe. I love how it is, and everybody in the chat saying it reminds them of something. So that's good. That means you're hitting on things that sound familiar. Perfect. And you want to. But the thing I'm talking about here with patterns is you set that up right at the beginning. I was like, okay, cool. I'm in. I'm buying it. And then it was like, nope, we went somewhere else. So hold on. Let me go back in here. And then one thing, this might be a mixing issue and it might not be mixed. You might, once you bring that in, and if you have a melody, maybe bring that little synth that's ding, 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 bring it down a little bit in the volume just so it's in the background, stuff like that. Is the stream lagging? Yeah, it looks like I'm getting some, hold on. I do see a little red here. Stream health says it's good, but let me know. The piano speaks. Were you able to submit your track? I did update the link. If not, let me know. I'll throw it into the chat. But anyway, like I was saying, is I'm trying to find where it was. So it's just a mixing thing. Now, if you're going for the vibe that just is kind of just like a soundscape thing, it's perfect. It's perfect. But I'm a melody guy. I love melody, and most people like melody, something that they can sing. So if there was something in here that you could develop and put a melody in here, that would be great. I love it though. That was so cool right there. But see what you can do. See what's happening is your colors. All we have is synths, and you need to bring in some colors to the track a little bit. Give it some new flavors. So try adding maybe a new patch on a synth. You want to mix it up. You want to kind of give a little bit, take it away, give a little bit. I'm trying to find where I was getting a little kind of like, okay, this needs to move forward. Because we've heard that like the thing that's arpeggiating, maybe bring it down in the mix a little bit, and then bring those strings that you had come in, bring them up in the mix. Because like right now, I'm losing focus on what I need to listen to. like I'm kind of bored of it right now, and what you need to do is change the color up, do a different texture, or maybe move that move that synth part up, or move it down, you know what I mean, like move your octaves up. It's just reintroducing like new stuff, so I get more excited about the track. Like I said, everything's good. It's just we need to add some more color, more flavors. And then, like we said, everybody in the chat said, like, it's a little long, and we have to move it forward. Because right now this is just horizontal development. So you're gonna hear me talk about this a lot. A lot of music that we do today, like pop music and a lot of film scores today, are the vertical development. So what they do is you have, like, let's say you have a line like this. You have your track, and you have that little synth thing arpeggiating, and all you're doing is just building on top of that. So you're stacking on more instruments. So you're just building out like this. You're just getting higher, stacking more stuff on, but we're not moving the track forward, which is horizontal development. So if you listen to like classical music, it's telling a story. It's going places, but yet it's still centered on that first thing that you wrote, like that pattern that you put on. All it's doing is it's recycling it and making it more interesting. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, we're going to warm up into this, and I'll get better and better as we go on. But like I said, if you're going for that soundscapey thing, it's awesome. We just need to introduce some new colors. All right. People says that the the link to the drive is not working. Okay. Hold on, guys. I will get it here in a second. I had to redo it once before, and I'm not sure why that's doing that. Let me check the settings, make sure it didn't get changed. No, it should be okay. All right, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely good for try that link, guys. See if that works. It's definitely good for a video game or a film for some background stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I love the vibe. Like I said, the only thing it needs to is we need to bring some new colors and just, develop it a little bit. Air 404. Interesting. Well, if you guys have a SoundCloud link, just throw it in the chat, I guess. I don't know why this is not working. So I hope that was positive feedback. Anybody else in the chat have anything else to say about that track? I'm not going to name names of whose track. I'm just going to keep it, yeah, for sure, for like a Pixel Game Town theme or something. Yeah, definitely. Man, why is this not working? I know people had problems at first, but now it should work. I mean, I have the settings and everything set. Let me try this link. Wow. Yeah, it's saying Air 400. Very, very strange. Well, if you have a track for a SoundCloud or whatever, just throw it in the chat, and then we'll get it here. We'll get those after. All right, so let's move on to the next track here. Some of these aren't as long as that one. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's asking for permission. Okay, while you guys listen to this, I'm going to take a look here. Cool. Does that sound any better? I think I had one of the sliders open. Does it sound better now? Was you guys getting a double effect? I'm sorry if you were. I think I fixed it. No, that's cool. Straight off the bat, the first thing that got me was the mixing. Uh, because you brought in some elements here. Like that piano part was cool, then kind of dropped the piano part down a little bit. Because after a while, there was too many instruments fighting, so I didn't know what to listen to. I didn't know which ones I should focus on. So a lot of it was mixing, but I like the idea. It was really cool. It set itself up. Let me listen to it again. I'll talk my way through it while we're listening. Do it again. Bring that piano down a little bit. Okay, so see, there's just too many elements going on, like right there. Great idea. Perfect idea. You have these high string things. Hold on. So you have this high string going, and then you have the low. Is it a cello, I think? It's either a cello or bass doing something. So what you could have did here, since you had the piano playing the melody, you could have dropped the piano, moved that piano to maybe harp, and then maybe what you could have done is took that cello line for your melody. So maybe do the maybe for the piano, move it up into harp, doing it nice and pretty. Take out those high strings, or you could have moved the melody to the high strings. You could have did something like that. Up to you. But do you see what I'm saying? You have it was like this cool thing. I'm listening to the, yeah, got to lower that piano a little bit. Let's listen again. So that thing, ding, 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 ding. What is that instrument? Is it an acoustic guitar or a harp? So drop the piano. You could have moved that piano part to harp. And then what you could have done is either drop those high strings, or were you play? I'm thinking you're trying to play. Hold on. Because my ear went right to the high strings, like it just came out of nowhere, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to focus on? And then I'm hearing the cello line. So move that acoustic guitar. What I think would be a lot cooler. Hold on, let's go back here. Instead of acoustic guitar, try harp. I would do harp, man. I think harp would sound a lot, because you're going for that pretty sound. So, okay, I would drop those high strings. And if you want the cello to do the melody line, get rid of those high strings. So let's see. That flute's supposed to be playing, that's supposed to be the melody, like I can't hear it. Everything is just, so this is more of a mixing thing. The ideas are great though. So bring down that cello line, because I can't listen. This is a mixing issue. The ideas are great though. Listen to this. Yeah, bring down the strings. And drop that piano. Or just make the piano a little softer, or change it up, make it celeste. You just want to bring more interest to the track, or make it a harp, or that's when you bring the acoustic guitar. But like I can't even hear what the flute's playing. That is a flute. Actually, what would be really cool right now, when you came into this, now bring it down. Make it more subtle. Bring those strings in, maybe a tremolo strings, maybe flautando strings. You want something very quiet. So then we can focus on that flute part. And I think it would be perfect. Yeah, that cello or whatever. I think it's a cello. It's just way too loud. I can't even hear the melody. High strings. So you're building here. You're building the crescendo. So if you would have dropped that part where I said when you came into where that flute was and made everything a little more subtle, and maybe like little tremolo strings, flautando or harmonic or something like that, just very subtle strings, have that little flute playing the melody, and then when you came into this part, now you could have came in with then the violins could have took over and did the melody for you. Also, a little trick if you want, when you're doing melodies and octaves for the violins, you can double it with flute, but make the flute very subtle. It'll really pop. Good, you did it twice, which is great. When you did maybe that first time, you could have just done violins 1 or something like that, then did the octaves things on the double to build more power. See, then maybe right there, if you would have dropped the piano out for a while and you came up to this part. Right there, maybe just cut into piano, doing the melody again. You know what I mean? To bring it back down subtle again. Drop the strings, drop everything else. Or, like I said in that part where I said to bring down the strings very subtle, you can come back to that part again, maybe little subtle strings, or move it to woodwinds. Maybe woodwinds doing some clarinets or something, just doing little chord outlines, or just do a solo piano right there to finish out the piece. But yeah, no, I mean, the idea is great. A lot of it was mixing, and it's just, making your colors a little bit more, introducing some new stuff. But I mean, is it going for a solo piece? Like, are these solo instruments that you were going for? I just like some parts there. Like I said, the melodies were good from what I could hear. It's just I couldn't really focus on it a lot because it's just too loud. So dynamics, you want more dynamics. If you're not using CC 11 or 1 modulation, be using that. Playing that mod wheel. Definitely do that. But like I said, I love the track. Definitely work on it. I think there's some great ideas here. And I think definitely you can get something here. Just need to have more dynamics. Everything's just, everything's at 100%. You don't want 100%. You want it to kind of ebb and flow a little bit. So give that a shot, like those things that I said. I hope that helps. What does anybody else in the chats think? Any other recommendations? Someone says, sounds very plasticky, the acoustic guitar, not happy with the piano. I think the piano was fine. It's just, I think it just needed to be brought down in the mix a little bit. It doesn't sound like an ensemble. The cello is probably Spitfire solo strings. It doesn't matter what library you're using. You just, like I said, I've always harped on this. It's not the library, you got to learn how to use the library. And like from what I heard, there wasn't any dynamics. There was no modulation wheel. There's no expression being played. So one thing I do for a little tip, maybe to help you guys out if you don't know, is if I put a line in, what I'll do is I'll go back and then re-record that data in, and I'll play as the song's going, so I get more of an emotional impact on it, doing my mod wheel and expression. So maybe that will help a little bit. But very melodic, very yeah, it was nice. I liked it. Like I said, just needs a little bit of work, a little bit of mixing. So you're on your way. Great idea. Loved it. All right, this one is game exploration track. Yeah, changes the volume and dynamics. Yeah, I think that's what it was suffering from. It's just it was dynamics. Everything was just full tilt, 100%. We couldn't focus on, but the ideas were really good. He said it was an old track from 2016. It doesn't matter. Um, I think it's a great piece. It just needs some work, and that's what we're here for, to make it better. So I want to hear you do some revisions, some of the things that we're saying, and then maybe next month when we have another one of these, bring it back and we'll see what you did. And that's how we grow, and that's how we get better. If you're willing to accept criticism, you'll get better as a composer. All right, this one looks a little different here. So that link still broke, huh? I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Don't know why. It says anyone with this link can view. Hold on. Why? Okay. Why is that not working? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Anyone can view. There we go. Try it now. If you tried submitting a track, try it now. Somehow the changes got messed up. Okay. All right, so this is the second track, game exploration track. Here we go. Ooh, it's very quiet, very quiet. I can't hear it. Okay, whoa. Okay, hold on. That was a very quiet track. I'm not sure. A lot of it I couldn't really hear. I like the beginning, from what I could hear of it. It sets the mood up pretty good. So, one thing off the bat. Okay, I'm noticing it's hard for me to focus on that horn line because first off, it's too low in the mix. And I think, hold on. Okay. Yeah, so this is a dynamics issue. If a horn's gonna be playing that, I I think it's clarinets or oboe or something that are doing the dun dun, those lines. Um, they need to come down a little bit so that horn can pop. So yeah, it's just that. But like I said, the track is so low I can barely hear it. I really gotta turn up my volume. So you gotta turn those woodwinds down a little bit. Yeah, right here, this kind of like threw me for a loop at first. It just came out of nowhere. So you hear what you're doing there in the woodwinds? Instead of going right into the to that violin part, go into those woodwinds doing that. So bring in those woodwinds that you have it coming right. Right there. Have those woodwinds come in right there after that. Woodwinds. Do woodwinds. Do it 4 bars, whatever you do. Then bring in the violin. If that makes sense. Okay, and then now I'm just lost. Because you got the melody going, and then you got all these things going, so I don't know what to focus on. Just simplify that part. Yeah, so first off, like I said, the mix is low, so we have a hard time hearing it. I can't really distinguish some stuff. That I think if you put that when you go into that section, instead of going right into that solo violin or viola, I think it's a violin. I wouldn't do that. I would set up those woodwind run or the woodwinds they had there doing the rhythm, so we get locked in, and then bring in that. Says I think it's a case of too many. Yeah, there's just too many there was just too much when it hits this part here. This part. So if you want us to focus on the melody, you can do the arpeggiations. You can do that stuff. It's just it's dynamics. Your dynamics are off because like they're all one at one level, and I don't know what to focus on. Not that it's a bad idea. It's just I don't know where I need to focus on. So what you could do if you want to build more excitement like that, then maybe double that violin with the horn or with the flute or an oboe to give it more power, but we can still focus on the melody that you have going there. Because when it comes into that part, I'm listening to that violin. I can still hear it, but then I have this other stuff going on, and it's just overpowering your melody. And this track seems like it's very melody focused, and you want us to really focus on that melody. So I would double that. If this is a solo piece, then maybe with a violin or with a flute or something like that, just to give more power into that. Yeah, but overall, like I said, it's very hard to hear most of it because it's very low. So if that's loud in your studio or where you're at, you might have some problems. Just make sure, yeah, because like I'm looking at the actual waveform compared to everybody else's, like yours is just two little lines, and everybody else's has a little bit more. This next one, it looks like it's almost clipping, so we might have to um, be careful with this next one. I hope that helps. Like I said, it's some good ideas in there. Hey, how's it going, Stray Music? How are you doing today? I just think that dynamics, and it was very hard to focus on your melodies and stuff. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good piece. It's got some legs. It just needs some work. But I like it. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong there. It's just there was just too much going on for to distinguish your melody and what you wanted us to focus on. If you want us to focus in on that part, hold on, right here where it picks up into that. Yeah, you need to bring those woodwinds down. They need to be very delicate. Maybe put some pizzicato strings. Change it up. Change the woodwinds. Do the woodwinds at first when you broke into that solo violin, and then maybe switch it up to maybe pizzicato strings. You know, doing that. Then it might make that line pop a little bit. So those are just some ideas, some things right off the top of my head where I can think of. Some other people said they didn't like the violin, the sound of it. Yeah, it needs to have some dynamics to it, maybe a little bit of reverb. But yeah, it's just there's just something off with the sound of it. I agree. But I'm not focusing on samples. I'm just focusing on the ideas of the track and the melody and does it work. Mitchell, thank you for criticism, Todd. I look forward to working on more and submitting to that. Yeah, me too, man. I just want everybody to get better. I need to get better. Stray Music says, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Doing pretty good for today. Can you check out my track? Yeah. Just drop it in the chat if it's a SoundCloud link or something like that. I'll get to it. We'll put it in the queue here. We got some other people's in line, but yeah, drop it in the chat. All right, so this next one, I'm a little worried because it looks like they're clipping. So hold your ears for a second. You're warned. Before I play this, I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Like I said, I haven't listened to any of these tracks. I'm fresh off. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's loud. Whoa, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Okay. There we go. Let's try it again. Sorry. That was loud. Okay. I'm trying to process what I just heard. The vibe's cool. Yes. I like the vibe. I just don't know what to follow. This sounds like a trailer piece. Like, so it would be in a trailer. So I'm guessing that, that's the vibe you're going for. Perfect. It would work in a trailer. The only thing is there's just at first, when I first started hearing it, there was just too many things like thrown at me. So my suggestion is start small, start simple. You want to get people. You want to grab their hand and you're going to walk them through this track. I don't know where I'm going. So if you want to catch people, if you listen to even trailer music does this. We got to hold their hands. Remember, we just assume that you know how to write music, and this isn't coming off as bad. I'm just saying, when people listen to music, we just assume that we know they know what they're doing or what they want to tell us. So hold on, let's go back to the beginning here. So what I would recommend right off the bat, I don't know what I'm supposed to focus on. What I would do is bring these elements in maybe every 4 bars, every 2 bars, establish it. We want to kind of build a little bit. So let's go back here. So bring the drums in for a little bit. That little boom. Now bring in because see, you got a guitar thing going on, and then there's something real high pitch going on. Like I'm already lost. Like I hear a melody there. And the rhythm seems off a little bit. Like I just don't know what to focus on. Like there's just so much going on. So like if you're going for a vibe, it has a vibe definitely. But if you want to speak to people, you want to have a through line in there. You want to have some sort of a melody, a pattern. The drums have the pattern, so that's what I know I'm focusing on. So the drums are good, but you have this other thing doing, like all these scale run things. If that's just a vibe thing, bring it down in the mix. Like this is another mixing issue. We need to change up the colors a little bit too. So that thing doing the like the kind of Egyptian type, that's what I'm hearing. There's like Egyptian scale kind of. What I would do is, but it's just we need to change up the colors, change up the instruments a little bit. You can keep this palette that you have, just change it up. Something else doing something else. What's this? Because it's just like we're just on 100, man. We're at 100 all the time here, and it's like. That's cool at first, but then you wear out very quickly. Like those drums, just get very old very quickly. So maybe develop the drum pattern, add some new layers in the drums, because it's just I get the pattern. Now I'm bored with it. Maybe drop the drum for a second. Boom. You know what I mean? To build excitement. So maybe drop the drums out for like a bar or two and then come back in. Dun, 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 boom, and then something like that. So now you're bringing these drums in. So this is another case of vertical development. Like I said before, this isn't a bad thing. I'm just trying to say this is what a lot of trailers and a lot of the music do today. They just go vertically. We just start stacking more instruments, stacking more and more and more because it's cool. It's epic. It's epic. I get it. But to be more epic, it doesn't mean stacking more instruments. It's about building in dynamics and bringing stuff soft, and then bringing it up and then bringing it up, not stacking more instruments. Because all you're doing is just, like I said, you start getting lost. Like, okay, we can stack 50,000 drums on here, but okay, cool. But I'm bored. Yeah, let the track breathe. Like I said, build some excitement. Drop the drums out for a second, and then boom, come back into it. And I'm like, whoa, man, that's stuff like that. I'm a very hard person to criticize this type of music because this isn't the type of music I write, and I can't really write it like this. I like it. I love this type of music. I love the, the trailer stuff. But, if you think about when you watch a trailer, it's cool for the moment and then you kind of forget about it. Oh, that sounds cool. Do you want your music to sound cool or do you want it to touch people? I'll end on that. Yeah. Like it's just this, we're a minute into it. We need to develop it a little bit, bring in some new colors, change it up, maybe change up the drum pattern, bring in some new instruments or move the instruments around. Maybe bring some stuff out, drop it down a little bit because you're coming into a crescendo. Like I don't know what to focus on at this point. Like that, you've had that since I think the beginning of the track. Drop it out, get rid of it, bring in something else, or change up the melody a little bit. See, when you're bringing that voice in, you could have brought the track down a little bit, could have stopped it, brought some momentum down a little bit, and then maybe bring that voice in a little bit, give us a little touch of it, little tease, and then brought your track back into it. See how you brought it down right here? When you brought it down right here, you could have did this, maybe. Because now I'm like, okay, something else is coming. Dun, 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 dun. So you could have did that like a little bit before to build some more excitement. So I hope that helps. Does anybody else have any comments in the chat? Please put them in there now. Like I said, I like the vibe. It's going for the trailer thing. It's just simplify a little bit, bring in some new colors, take that drum track, maybe switch it up a little bit, and that instrument that was just doing the runs, drop it out, bring in a new instrument doing that, change up the melody a little bit. Like I said, it just got old very quickly. So it needs to develop, needs to move a little bit. I hope that helps. Like, I don't want to be harsh critic, but sometimes this style of music, I'm not the best person to really criticize or give good insights because like this isn't the kind of music I want to write. I mean, I love to do it. It's a cool thing to do, but at the end of the day, I want my music to touch people. I want people to be able to take it away and come back and listen to it again. So I want to give little nuggets of stuff in there. Not saying that people won't come back and listen to this, but you just got to think to yourself, that last trailer you heard, have you went back and listened to it? How many times have you went back and listened to Star Wars but I know this is a different thing. So anyway, off my pedestal here. It's not a rip on the person that submitted this. Don't think I'm ripping you. It's just we can be better than this as composers, and we have to be better because how many other guys can do this type of thing? You know what I mean? So got to make it your own. Stacking more drums, more instruments is not the way to go about it. Trust me. It's not. Anyway, anybody else have any feedback for him? I actually don't know who it is. But there were some cool ideas. I love the voice. Yeah, the voice was cool. Definitely love that voice. I just think if you would have sprinkled maybe it at the beginning of the track a little bit, or sprinkled it somewhere else, or sprinkled that melody, or you know what I mean? It's just bringing excitement to the track. Because right now it sounds like a loop. It's just looping over and over again. So there's it's cool at first, but then it just kind of wears off very quickly. The vibe is good. It really is. Yeah, the vibe is cool. Not like I said, I'm not bashing the track. I think it's great. Like I said, it just needs a little more excitement, a little more change up. That's about it. And I think it'd be even better. There's definitely potential there. All right. Let's move on to the next track. All right, here we go. let's test out the volume because I had to turn this. Hold on, let me turn this back. So I had to turn it down a lot for that track. All right, we'll try that. Let me know in the chat if this is too loud. I don't think it will be, but okay, here we go. Okay. I don't understand the language, but definitely has a vibe. Definitely was loving the vibe. Definitely love the vibe. All right. That piano part you had at the end would have been probably cool if you would have had that start of the track too. Maybe do that piano part a little bit. And then came into it like this. Do a little bit of Cubase trickery here. So that's what you need to do. We'll listen to this again. There you go. So that's what you need to do with that track. Because it sets it up perfect, man. Like that little piano thing, then boom, kick into it. Because like at first I was like, whoa, it just kind of hit me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. So that's my first recommendation. Put that piano part at the beginning too. Big kick into it. What you could do with this part here, I would take this part out. I would come in with the vocals first. I think this is a verse kind of thing. Do that. Get rid of that thing. Don't get rid of it, but we're going to save it. Come into the track. Do that. See? Then you're setting that up because it's a pattern. Because you set that pattern up later, but set it up at the beginning. And then... So drop this part. We'll cut this part out for a second. So we do the wah-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So come in with the vocals. So do your first line first. And then what you're going to do for a break, then you could come into that So do the vocals and then come into that as a little break, and then go back into your second verse or whatever that was. So there's just some great ideas here. This is a cool little song, man. It just needs some arranging. That's all. The vibes there. Like I said, I don't know what he's saying. It doesn't matter. It goes perfect with the vibes. Bring down that. There's something pop, like echoing. Bring down the dynamics a little bit so the voice comes out. So yeah, I mean, the vibe's definitely there. But like I said, I think if you start the track off like this, that's cool. That's cool, man. I'm buying it. So do that. Now kick into the vocals. And then after the first verse, then do this part as a little break. Maybe a 4-bar break, 8-bar break, whatever you want to do. So then you would come in, that would be your first verse, then come in second verse. So that, yeah, definitely good ideas here, good vibe, love it. A little bit different from what everybody else is submitting, but yeah, work on that. Change those arrangements a little bit. I think you have a great track there. Work on that and submit it next month with those changes or any new ideas you have. I'd love to hear it. That was cool. That was cool, man. I like that one. Nice. All right. Yeah, we're submitting track reviews here. Just throw it in your chat. Yeah, the melody's good. Like I said, really good stuff. It just needs a little bit of arranging because there's some holes in the track. We want to get right to it. So you want to have your little 4-bar or your 2-bar intro with those pianos. Bam, going into the beat like that. Do the high, whatever he said here at the beginning, and then do it again. Hold on. With that, this part. Now into the lyrics. Now into the verse, and then after the verse, then do that the little horn part. Okay, cool. You add it to the drive. Yeah, you're welcome. It's awesome vibe. Loved it. Yeah, great track. Trust me, just do some of that, a little arrangements, and it'll be perfect. I'm telling you, it will really be cool. Put the little piano 2-bar intro with the piano that you had at the end, and then do the voices. Go into the first verse. After the first verse, do that break with the little horn thing that dun 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 that you had. This part right here. Do that after the first verse. Do it for 4 bars, 8 bars, and then go into that second verse you had, and then go into the bridge. That part you had right here. Maybe take the delays a little bit on that part, which is cool. And you might be able to, yeah, it just needs some arrangement. But like I said, definitely love the vibe on that one. Cool. All right. So somebody else added one to tracks. We got 2 after this. Let me bring up the Google Drive folder. Make sure I can see it. I think I see it right there. Okay, cool. Let me download it so I can throw it into Cubase. Right. Import. I'm like, seriously, the track is, that beat is in my head. Like I'm hearing it in my head. So job well done. Like I said, it just needs some finessing. Oh, it's Indian classical. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I don't know the words, but that doesn't matter. Music speaks to anybody. You don't need to understand the words. Like the vibe is there. Um, definitely, definitely liked it, man. I just think it needs some of those things I did. Okay, I got the track that you added it. It will be after. Wait a minute, we already have this one. Okay, hold on. What is the new track? This is it right there. I got it. Sorry. I hit the wrong one. Okay. So we have, let's see, we got this next track. So we got 3 tracks. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. You're not bothering me with questions. Don't worry. That's the whole part of the channel. We're here. I'm here to help. Okay, let's listen to this next track. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's go back to the beginning here. I like the beginning. I like the setup. Is it clipping? Is it clipping, guys? Hopefully it's not. Yeah, love the choir. Okay, I love the choir. But one thing I noticed throughout the track is it got a little stale after a while because it's just doing chords. So what you could do is switch up the textures, maybe bring in strings doing that, what the choir's doing. You wanna it's too loud. I think I made the drums a bit too loud. Yeah, they might be a little loud. And maybe if you're gonna keep the choir, yes, it's coming up next. Bring that choir down, or move it to strings, or you could do horns or woodwinds. So you could have dropped the choir, because now we're focusing on the. What I would do is I would layer those drums. I would layer some more drums with that, so it has a little more. You're going for more intensity. I can feel it, and the drums just aren't cutting. See that choir? It just like after a while the choir's just like I stopped listening to it. So maybe switch it to something else. You know, new instruments. Bring in some new colors. Yes, stray music it is in the queue. It's next. Yeah, maybe toms. Like it, a little bit softer. Yeah, you're hearing it now. And that's supposed to be a horn, right? Because you got the horn going, and you got these, and then you got the choir going. It's just too much. So take that choir, change it up, change up the instrumentation. Because this is a track. This is another, again, we're going vertical development. We're just stacking more things on top. So to make it interesting, you have to switch up the colors. But I like it. No, I mean I like the piece. It just needs some improvement, and that's what we're here for. I love the beginning. The beginning set it up perfectly. Yeah, you just stopped it. So you just kind of ran out of steam. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. There's your ending. That's what I hear in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Like that. Something like that. Yeah. Pardon my singing. But see, now now you came to a good crescendo and you ended the piece. Yeah, just mix up the colors a little bit. I think the drums that you had were fine. Mixing a little bit, yeah, you need to bring some stuff down. But that choir, if you want the choir to be there, you're gonna have to probably layer some strings doing it too, or maybe some brass, or you just got to get creative with it. But the piece is there, the structure's there, and then come up with a good ending. But I like your intro. Your intro, like I got the vibe. I was there. Yeah, a little rhythm at the end. Yeah, perfect. Just like I did. Dun-dun-dun-ba-bum-bum, or something like that. To end it on so we know that we're done with the song. Because it kind of just, like, if listen to it now. You set it up. You held the strings out. You held everything. We're like, yes, okay, something's coming. Big crescendo end. You set it up perfectly. Something like that. Oh, that's okay, stray music. We'll listen to anything. So yeah, definitely. I think you got something here. Go back, refine it, mix up the colors. Maybe bring in some maybe trombones come in that part, the trombone with some drums right there. But don't put too many drums. Don't just layer a bunch of drums on there. You want it to coincide with the drums that you had. Because I do like the drums that you had in there. Just needs a little bit more oomph when you go into that part. But see, the choir thing is just, I like this, but bring the choir down or move it to a new instrument. Because we're just, it's for, let's say about a minute, 25, minute 30. Now you're going, so when you brought in that thing right there, okay, see, because you brought in that violin, and then you brought the choirs coming in really high too, and I don't know which one to focus on. Now you have the choirs up really high, and you have this violin going. Who's doing the melody? A rule of thumb, or one thing I tend to strive for, is if somebody's doing the melody, have one instrument do it. One instrument, a solo instrument or whatever, have one instrument doing the melody. So I know that's what I'm supposed to go to, because the listener doesn't know. We just okay, we assume what you're giving us is what we're supposed to do. So to simplify. But yeah, love the intro. Come up with a good ending. That little middle part, mix up the instruments a little bit. Let us know what we're supposed to focus on. Hope that helps. Okay, next, I got to go to SoundCloud. Boom. All right. All right, just make sure this is not too loud. So this looks like future house music. I'm not familiar with it, but I will give my best ability musically critique. Here we go. Oh, you guys probably aren't hearing that. I forgot. We can't do it this way. Stray Music, can you send me it here? Let me drop this link in for you. I forgot. I have to bring it into Cubase. My apologies. Upload it to there, man, if you can. I can't run it. For some reason, my freaking computer was not working correctly. I have to fix it out. Yes, this stream will be uploaded back to YouTube, so don't worry. It will be there for you to review. Let me know, Stray Music, if you can upload it. Okay, cool. I'll move to the next track, and then yours is next. All right, here we go. This one looks like it might be a little loud. Okay. Went totally different than where I thought it was going to go at first. 1 second, guys. I got to approve his access here. Did you try that link? Try that one. Okay. So at first, I think the intro went a little too long. I think you should have brought the drums in a little. Hold on. I thought this was like gonna be like John Carpenter 80s vibe thing. Right there, you should have brought in some drums. Your drums like dun, dun. Yeah, see, you should have brought the drums in right there. Because you got that cymbal thing. Dun, dun, you know. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 bum. You know. I think you had that bass line coming up here. Like this is just it's too long of an intro. Where did I hear that bass line? Yeah, this right here. You should have did this a lot sooner. Change it up. Okay, you did. Drop that synth. Drop it. You don't need it. Because you got this going. Get rid of that. That thing sounds like a duck. Sounds like you're beating a duck. Get rid of it. Or change it to something else. Sounds like we're killing Donald Duck. Anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. You got the vibe going. Maybe try a synth or something, dun, 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 you know, or something like that. Maybe a bass synth. It just. It's not the idea. It's just it's the choice of instrument you use. That's all. That's all. There, that dang dang dang. So whatever instrument you're using that for that dang dang dang, maybe use that. Duck killers. No, man, it's all good. Yeah, I would try dropping that. And just shortening this. We don't need it. It's going on, or develop it a little bit. Because it goes on for about a minute with no changes. Get rid of that. Maybe put some melodies in there, you know, and just change it up a little bit. And like I said, cut up this intro a little bit. When you go into the thing right here, do that little spam. Now, you want to go maybe into this part right here. Let me see. Yeah, go into there. So what you're going to do is come in here. So now we're in the song. Or something like that, you know. But don't do it too much at first. Now you can do it. Bam, bam. bring in some new instruments. Dun, dun. Bam, bam, bam. To highlight, to accent that stuff. Yeah, you just need to arrange this a little bit. And then you got, then your break. Get rid of that synth, get rid of that. We already heard it. Boom, boom. That little thing you're doing. Focus on that. Bring a build in here. See? You build that build right there. It'll come in a lot stronger on that part. So yeah, you got some good ideas here. Just need to work on them, flush them out, get them better. That's what I would do. And then shutting down this, take out the duck killer thing. Yeah, and put a little more of a melody. I think you got it in here somewhere. It was like these little tinkle things. That bam, bam, bam. That, yeah, maybe do some of that or something like that. So yeah, you got some stuff in here to work with. I hope that helps. Hope that can get you on your way. And I'd love to hear your revisions. So we'll probably do this end of next month, that last Friday of the month. If you're on Twitch, go over to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/user/Todd K. Edwards, and subscribe to the channel. And I have other videos up there to help you. So I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but if you want to be informed when the next live stream is, just go over to the YouTube channel. Let me get the link for you, so you know. But yeah, I think there's some great ideas in there. I hope those help, man. I think you got it when I was telling you, because I was hearing it in my head. I'm like, that's where it needs to go. That's where it needs to go. I can hear it, and I know what you're trying to do with the track. Yeah, very good for first track. It's my first track, but hey, it's pretty good, man. Like I said, we all start somewhere. Trust me, my first track sucked too, so don't worry about it. But yeah, it just needs some arrangement and building some excitement. Bring it down, bring it up. You know what I mean? So it definitely has it there. Hope those help. All right, let me get my link for you. All right, so if you guys are on Twitch, here's the link to my YouTube. All right, so here's some of the people said in the chat. Sorry, guys. I was listening to that, trying to give him some good positive feedback. I think we got some. Let's see. Someone said, he said the choir that was in the previous song was from Omnisphere 2. Good. Yeah, Omnisphere 2 is great. I love it. Soundscape. He says at times like this, when on a tight budget hurts the most. Yes, I feel you on there. But you gotta work with what you got and make it sound the best you can. Even though if you have the best sample library in the world, it won't sound good unless you know how to use it. So if you can make bad sounding contact instruments sound amazing, imagine what you could do with good sounding ones. That's my little piece of advice for anybody. Don't get hung up on buying more sample libraries. It's not going to make your music sound better, because you put a Porsche in the hands of a 16-year-old kid that doesn't know how to drive a car, he's going to wreck it. Period. End of story. All right. All right, they said they like the bass. It sets the mood well. Also, the progression caught me off guard. Thought it was going to go into a more generic direction. Yeah, so there you go. You sent the link to Google Drive. All right, hold on, let me check it. Sorry, I was listening to his track. I haven't checked. You shouldn't have to send any links. But 1 second. Yeah, I don't know why it's going to that one. That's not the right one. All right, here we go. Try that one. I don't know why it keeps defaulting back to the can only view. Interesting. All right. No, I think we're good. We got one more track, and I think we're going to end the stream after that. I think we're almost at 2 hours. I don't want to go any longer than 2 hours. I like to keep these, to 2 hours. So once I get this track, all right, here, you sent the link here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me download it, and then we'll put it into Cubase. Yeah, I got it. Sorry, I have to upload it into Cubase. I got to download it. I'm really looking forward to hearing everybody's revisions. Like, there's some good ideas here. I think with some of the things I suggested, I think would make these tracks a lot better. All right, here we go. Where is the track? There it is. Okay. All right. And here we go. Cool. That was cool. I love the vibe. All right. I think it sets that up perfectly. He's following a structure, which was good. And to that person that I was talking about dropping drums out, and that one track that was like a trailery track a while back ago, did you notice how he dropped out the drums to build that excitement to go in? That's what I was talking about. All right, so a few things. I think the structure's fine. It's got, I definitely can follow the structure that you have. I think it's some of the synths that you used were a little cheesy. And let me tell you what I mean. Love this. But there was a few things here at the beginning that I think you could have done a little cooler. This is cool. Get rid of that whatever that wah is. I like the video game thing. Let's hear that. Simplify it. Simplify it. Din 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 din. Do that part. Get rid of that wobbly thing. Now you can bring it. Stop, break, boom. See, you could have broke it right there. Stop. Bam. Come in with it. Come in with this part that I think you're building to. Don't build to it. Bust it into it. That. Come in right there. Drop it. Bam, right into that part, man. That's what you want to do. There. Boom. It would be a lot stronger. You want to cut out that, whatever you did right there, cut that out. You just want to get right into it, right into the track. See, you're teasing it, which is cool. No, I would go right into it. Because I like it. Got me jumping. Yeah, you don't need to... Why are we building at 30 seconds? You don't need to build right now. Go right into it. You can build later. Maybe right there. So after you're done there, go into here after that part. Right there. Break it into there. Let's see how that sounds. Hold on. Let me try this. Little Cubase magic. Okay, let me try this. See how that works? Now you're bringing it down. So you're doing the high thing. See, then you can build. Then build it. Get this part out. Then what you want to do is build it back into that cool part again. So that's what I would do. I would go into it right away, bring it down to that little drop that you had, that build up, and then build back into it, go through it again, then go into your part here. This is your B section. And then what you want to do, drop it out, go back into it again. There you go. I think it would be just a little more arranging, but the vibe's cool. And get rid of that. Maybe try a different synth, maybe add another synth or a different color to the synth to make it more interesting, since we're going to hear it 3 times. But that's what I would do. And I think you'd have a great track. So work on that. And like I said, bring it back for us to review it again, because I'd love to hear it with those revisions. All right, what does the chat think? Cool track though, man. I loved it. You got me bouncing in my chair, so you're doing it right. You're doing it right. But like I said, yeah, you were building those peaks, but build it up that way. Go right into it. Go right into at the beginning, and then drop it out to that little build. Then go back into it again. Then do that little B section a little, and then drop it out. Then go back into it. I think that would be cool. So it would be an A-A-B-A would be your song structure. A-A-B-A. Cool. All right. Well, this was awesome. I think we're going to end it today right now. If you have tracks, I'll get this Google Drive folder sorted out. I don't know why it keeps changing back to view only. I'll look into it. Maybe if this Google Drive thing is not going to work, we'll maybe look at Dropbox or another solution. But the box will always be open for you guys to drop in tracks there. After we do a live stream, I will clean out the box so it's fresh and people can resubmit stuff. I'll send a video out to remind everybody. But what I think we're going to do is every last Friday of the month, we're going to hold a live stream so everybody can have time to work on their pieces, do a new piece, and submit it. And I'll do feedback just like this. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And this is what you get to look forward to. And I hope this was very constructive and positive feedback, because that's what we're going for here. All right, thanks everybody for submitting your tracks and being brave, because that's how you're going to be a better composer and get better at doing this. Thanks again, everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again. Keep composing, man.